Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who don't know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today, as you saw from the title, I am talking about my thoughts on PR, minimalism, and anti-consumerism and how they all kind of work together or don't necessarily work together, if that makes any sense. I do have a lot of notes, so I might be reading a few of them because I find when I write stuff down, my thoughts are a little more concise and a little more clear. I tend to go on a tangent if you let me, and I tend to repeat things if I don't have them written down in such a way. So gosh, my hair's a mess. We are going to talk about all of those kind of things today. I really kind of was inspired, and I will say this, by some of the comments in Lucia Tepper Beauty's video. And this is nothing against her. This is nothing against those commenters. It just really made me think of my channel, my journey, what my idea is behind a minimalist or somebody who promotes anti-consumerism getting PR. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I am going to read this first little bit because I think I wrote it down in such a way that it just needs to be said the way it is. I would like to say that I am someone who used to strive for a giant makeup collection. I never thought I had enough, but then I started to realize that I don't truly use all of the makeup items in my collection. That is where decluttering my makeup came into play. I am really finding what I like in my makeup products, and really working on having less makeup. It is a really long process, and where I am really is where I have to kind of work through my personal demons. So what I'm trying to say there is that through this journey into becoming somebody who is more like anti-consumerism as far as my makeup collection goes, really thinking about those items I'm purchasing, as well as striving for somewhat more minimalistic collection for myself. And here's what I want to point out. Minimalism means something different to everyone. A minimalist collection to me still means that I can have multiple palettes, but they're multiple palettes that I reach for. To me, it's all about items that I actually reach for and I actually use and I actually work towards using. That's what it means to me. So what does this have to do with PR? What does it have to do with PR? As someone who is a YouTuber and moving into somewhat of a minimalist and anti-consumer mindset here on my channel, there is still a desire to receive free product. Makeup is expensive. I don't think that is an inherently evil desire. I don't think it's wrong to want to grow to a level where you've hit success where people do want to send you things. I don't think that's wrong at all. And as somebody who looks at makeup in a slightly different mind frame, I think that it's okay still to have that desire. It's okay to accept free makeup. I have accepted free makeup. I have influenced her. So I do accept free makeup. I do it because I like to try and test out new product. I like to talk to my subscribers about the products that I've received and my real, true thoughts on those products. And as somebody who might not have the money to go out and spend on those items, if I'm able to get it in a different way, I'm going to try and do that because I think there's value in talking about those items that I can't necessarily afford, or talking about those items that were sent to me and still being able to be completely honest. There's nothing wrong with that. Does that mean they're going to stay in my collection forever? No. I could declutter them. And by decluttering them, I often give it away to friends or family. Or I can go through and I can donate it, especially if I look at it and I know right off the bat that this is not going to work for me. There's nothing wrong with donating it. There's nothing wrong with having it in your collection. There's nothing wrong with taking it into your collection. And I think that's something that people really need to think about. I am working on getting my collection smaller. Yet, as I said, I receive free products from influencer, and I've also received free products from indie brands, and I do mention those in my video. Does this mean I'm a hypocrite? Because I'm trying to make my collection smaller, yet there's still items that I've taken into my collection? I don't think it does. And that's because I really try to find items or accept items into my collection that I know I'm going to use. And I think that is the huge point. If you're a minimalist or you're somebody who's anti-consumerist, whatever, as far as your makeup goes, I think what is important is, are you going to use those products? Are you going to genuinely use them? Are they something that can add value to your collection? Are they something that makes you happy and that you know you're going to reach for those products? Because if you're going to reach for those products, you're using them. You're not putting them to waste. They're not just sitting there. You're using them. And I mean, it also puts some variety in your life. You can't expect somebody to constantly be happy using the same thing over and over again. I know I'm not. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I really try and think about the products that I have, but I also try and think about what's going to enhance my collection. Even if I am receiving it for free. If it's something that I'm receiving for free and it's just not going to work for my collection, I'll declutter it, I'll give it away, I'll donate it. I oftentimes don't throw it away. I try to find somebody who can use it. So let's talk PR, minimalism, and anti-consumerism. First, I'm just going to put this out here. I do not mind anyone receiving PR as long as they disclose it as PR. I am not a huge fan of PR unboxings. I'm not a huge fan of first impression reviews, but if you are going to do those PR unboxings and first impression reviews, have something about the product later on. Have an actual review of that product. Like, go deeper. That is my only thing with PR, is I want it to go deeper. I want people to really review the products. With PR, you have to be honest with your subscribers. I think that is key. I also think, as someone who is working on owning less, appreciating what I have, that you have to be picky with your PR. Meaning, show what you really like. Keep only what you will really use. Don't let it clutter your collection and cloud your judgment. Meaning, if it's something you know that is just going to sit there, then it needs to go. It needs to go to somebody who's actually going to use it, who is actually going to cherish it, who can actually use it in their collection. Also, cloud your judgment. What I mean by that is, don't let the PR go to your head. At any point, you can stop getting PR from a brand. At any point. They have that right to stop sending you that PR. It is something that you should be very grateful for. It is something that you're allowed to be excited about. And I just think people kind of, yes, there is a jealousy with PR. And that's why I don't like PR unboxings. They do make me feel a little uneasy, a little jealous. But sometimes some of those brands, for smaller beauty influencers, you actually have to do an unboxing when you agree to accept that PR, because that is their stance. Now, do you have to go through those channels to get the PR and follow their rules? If you don't feel comfortable doing that for your channel, you don't have to. If you feel comfortable doing that for your channel, great. But you have to keep your subscribers in mind. You just do. It is a part of the beauty community at this point. You do have to keep your subscribers in mind. Again, donate what you won't use. There are so many charities who could take advantage of those products you aren't using. I don't even mind if you do a giveaway with those products you aren't using. There are other people who are going to be able to use those products. And I think that is very important to remember and to be charitable. I also think it is important to understand the monetary value of what you receive, as well as what you bring into your collection, even if it is free PR product. Understand that not everyone is going to be able to afford these products. Understand you yourself probably would not have been able to afford it had it not been PR and sent to you for free. I realize that anytime I get anything high-end from influencer, because in all honesty, I don't own a lot of high-end makeup compared to what I own drugstore. I am much more a drugstore and affordable makeup person than I am a high-end luxury brand makeup person. And when I get anything that's luxury brand and I actually like it, it scares me a little because I can't afford it half the time. But I also appreciate it, and I also realize it's expensive. Like the YSL tinted moisturizer I tried, $48 is a lot for a tinted moisturizer. Would I ever go out and pay $48 for a tinted moisturizer? Probably not. Would some of you? Maybe. It just depends. But it was fun to review and it was fun to talk about. And I think that is something that people need to keep in mind, is that we like to create content for you. We like to show you new things, and sometimes the only way we're going to be able to do that is with PR. We can't all afford to go out and constantly buy makeup, and we don't want to constantly buy makeup. I think with anything that it's about balance. Being a minimalist or an anti-consumerist, to me, is all about having balance. It is okay to receive free product if you are someone who practices minimalism or anti-consumerism. I don't think it makes you hypocritical. I think it is all about how you use that PR and what you do with the items you know you will never use. It is also about being honest and upfront. And I think that is a huge part of PR in general, is being honest and upfront and being realistic and being humble about getting the PR and knowing that you are very lucky. I think that is something that bigger YouTubers don't realize, that they expect the PR because of it. But I also think that in some ways, receiving that much PR can be a little overwhelming. And I think it is smart of an influencer to really look at those items that they receive and go, okay, these are the items I use. Maybe I'll give these away in a giveaway, and these can go to charity, family, friends, whoever. Because I think if you keep it and you hoard it all, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think that if you're not using it, I don't think it's going to add any value to your collection. You're just keeping it just to keep it. And it's a struggle, because I think even myself, I struggle with that, with realizing what I actually need in my collection. And sometimes when you receive something for free, you're just so excited that you got it for free. And you really need to look at those items and go, okay, what is going to work within my collection? What am I really drawn to? What do I really want to use? So all I'm saying is I have no problem with somebody who has more of a minimalist or anti-consumerist mindset to go out, get PR, or buy makeup for that matter. It is their life. They're allowed to do what they want. And also, if they've worked that hard to get to a place where they can receive PR, you can't be completely mad at them. You don't know what they're going to do with that PR. You don't know if they're going to put it in their collection and they're just going to grow their collection. At that point, that's their choice. But from minimalist people I've seen here who receive any PR, it's often kind of a thought about, is this going to fit into my collection? How is this going to work with my collection? Things like that. And I think with a different mindset towards makeup, there's a little different mindset towards PR. And these are just kind of my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I hope this video made sense. I tried to write everything down because I wanted it to be concise. And sometimes I still ramble. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, and bye!